Hey, everybody. Welcome to I've Been There, Brother, the show about the things that we don't always discuss, but if we did, man, they would bring us closer together. That's William. My name's Keith. Glad that you're here. Is it a Hawaiian shirt?
No, it's a Disney shirt.
Oh, it's a Disney shirt. Not Hawaiian.
No.
Not Hawaiian.
I haven't fit into this shirt in a long time. So I threw it on. Yeah. Portland Pickles. What is that?
Portland Pickles. This is a corduroy hat, too. I have a wide variety of hats. I just normally wear one. I have like 35 hats. Yeah, good coffee mug. It is a wooden bat collegiate baseball league. I don't know if it's limited to the Pacific Northwest, if it's just Oregon, but Portland Pickles is a collegiate wooden bat baseball team. So I've been told.
So like, because normal collegiate, they use metal bats.
Yeah, they use aluminum. You're in aluminum until you get to the minors. Yeah. You'd fucking kill someone if you were a Major League Baseball player using an aluminum bat.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I guess you probably...
it would go like 700 feet
balls.
And it would... Yeah. It would be like having a Scud missile come straight at you. Yeah.
That's interesting to me that they can go in collegiate. And then, I mean, some of them go pro.
Maybe it's... Yeah. I mean, they go pro. A lot of them go to the minors and then build up from there and,
Get stronger.
Yeah, I don't know the exit velocity of a collegiate baseball player with an aluminum bat versus the exit velocity of MLB with wooden. But I think a really high exit velocity, I don't know, someone's going to be listening there and they'll be way smarter than me, so they can leave this in the comments somewhere. I think like a really good exit velocity from a powerful hitter in the MLB is like probably 105, maybe to like 108, 105 to 108.
Seems fast.
I mean, it's coming off the bat at over 100 miles an hour. Who knows? Maybe there's someone who's above 110. But I think that low 100s, I think, is like, holy crap.
That's like pitchers that can throw over 100 miles an hour. I find that so interesting to me that you can just whip a ball that fast.
Now I want to Google it.
I know your history has a lot of baseball. I just don't. I kind of mentioned this before. I'm just not into baseball. I don't know. I think it's a sport that I wish I liked. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of slow.
Yeah.
It's like watching golf on the TV in round one of the Masters. Like round one.
Dude, I can't believe people watch golf on TV. That's terrible.
I'll watch the final round.
Okay. Average MLB velocity is 88 to 89 miles an hour. An elite hitter average is 92. Hard hit threshold is 95 plus. Max elite velocity is 115 to 122. And it lists a couple names. And it's from MLB.com, so it has to be true. But I know that whenever I'm watching some games and you see someone with like 105 exit velocity, it's like, holy shit. So I don't even know about that one. That's like dadgum.
Could you imagine getting hit with that?
Dude, that's Sandlot shit right there. That 115 exit velocity, that's ripping the cover off the ball. It's Benny the Jet Rodriguez. You've never seen Sandlot, have you?
I have seen Sandlot.
Oh, I was going to say the look on your face. I was like, you son of a gun.
No, I've definitely seen Sandlot. I'm thinking about the fact of being like, I think about those pitchers that are throwing 100 and then those guys that can hit like this, and sometimes they just beam the ball right back at the pitcher. Could you imagine that? Like,
yes, I can. I've been hit with a return.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
When I was living in California, we were playing, I want to say it was men's league softball. Maybe it was co-ed softball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Adult league softball. I never really played. I'm pretty athletic back in the time. And I was playing outfield. And there was a pop fly, and it was like it was dark out, and like the ball got up in the spotlight. I lost it, came down, smoked me right in the eye. I was blind in that eye for like 2 days. I went to the
Dude, you were
ER.
Smalls.
Dude, it was brutal.
Isn't that what happened? So what into
Yeah, he got hit in
Smalls'
the eye. Yeah.
plastic glove and hit him in the eye. Yeah.
Yeah, that was basically the same thing. I had the ball up or the glove up, and it hit me right in the eye. Just smoke. My eye swelled up. I was literally.
Guys,
I had to wear a patch. Everything.
can I start calling you Smalls?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take that.
So you don't like watching baseball. You know what I don't like?
Playing baseball. No.
No, I don't like social media videos where people are recording themselves crying. Fucking
Like,
hate it. I will unfollow you. By the way, if I ever see you post a video, like I'm done. I can't follow you. I'll still be a co-host with you, but I won't.
wait. So, like, just like sharing emotion, or like, what are they crying about that
Yeah,
bothers you?
well, what are they crying about? Probably nothing, because let's talk about why I don't like this. Okay.
I like where this is going.
So let's think about this. So let's say you're scrolling the gram and you
Mhm.
see someone sitting against a wall, crying, right? And
Yeah.
there's some long emotional caption.
Mm.
Let's think about this. That camera did not just appear out of thin air. That person went through this thought process. I'm either actually crying. Why do people cry? People cry because they're really upset. I'm so upset now that I am bawling my eyes out. Let's put that on hold for a second. I need to go get my phone. I need to get a tripod. I need to set this up. Okay, these fucking things are always filtered too. It's never raw footage. It's super cleaned up and it's fucking black and white. Okay, so I set up my tripod. I get my phone there. I press record. I go sit down at the perfect angle, resume crying. I turn it off. I put it into most likely CapCut, right? Or you're using Instagram edits. You're using editing software. I'm going to adjust the color. I'm going to adjust the filter. I'm going to trim the length. I'm going to then export it. I'm going to type up my caption, and then
Put
I'm
some
going to
music
post
on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely some music.
Some soft, cry, sad music.
So when I see that, I don't see the person crying. I see the thought process to getting that shit up there. Okay, so that's if they're really crying, which I would say, how sad are you if you're doing that? And then second, I'm like, okay, this is just for show. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. I hate it. Now, I think, let's say you were doing let's use you as an example. Let's say that you lost 180 pounds.
Yep.
And you wanted to do like this Rocky montage. And in there was like a photo or like a home movie style. Clearly someone else recorded you. It wasn't you leaning against the wall, very staged, right? And it's like a second or two in this montage of like you realizing where you're at in life. I can get behind that. Okay, I'm with that. But if you posted a 20-second reel of you crying on your work on your bench out in your gym,
and then
have you done that, by the way? And I just don't know about it.
No.
Okay.
No. Because I think that bothers me too. Because that's like and I've done this where I can't stand when people do like a running video, or they do like just any video where they clearly go set the camera up and then like walk into a room, or they run by the camera, and it's like, you clearly had to set that up, go back, do it again, and then run by. I don't know why. And I've done videos like that because it looks like I'm like
one.
And I'm like, it makes sense. I mean, but I do it and I always get done. I'm like, man, that is so stupid. That is so dumb. But then all of a sudden people love it.
I haven't
makes sense.
I know they do. I haven't.
I also.
Oh, yeah. Go.
I also really, really hate, and it works though, it gets me on a lot of them, is when people like, the video is starting and it's like 2 times they like have like a text hit and a text hit, and then it's like, oh, read the caption. I'm like, F that. Like, I ain't reading the damn caption. Like, I'll click on it to see the caption. If it's short, I'll read it. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 10 things. I'm like, dude, F you, dude. I'm out of here. I'm done.
Resume doom scrolling.
We're done. Next.
They just want your hover rate to go up so
Yeah.
that your time on it is longer so that it feeds the algorithm.
Yep. Hey, there's a reason it works and people do it. I'm not.
People do it. Whatever. Just please don't cry in your videos like that. Don't do staged crying.
I'm too positive.
Well, I mean you to the general population. If you listen to the show and that's you,
please don't
keep
do
listening
that.
to the show, but please don't do that.
If you're that sad about things, seek help.
We have a mutual acquaintance that I had to stop. They posted one of those and I had to stop. Yeah. Actually, you know what? You may not know them. Maybe they're not a mutual acquaintance.
Now I'm curious.
So, now I take it back. I don't think I've ever actually recorded myself running because I don't run. But yeah. I will, I'll record whenever we're doing a fitness challenge or something like that. Like today, I'm going to go, I'll record the pull-ups. And I still even feel weird doing that. And we've talked about that in the past with the burpees. That started for me as some accountability of, hey, I am doing this, sharing it. And, it started as accountability for me. And then some people would send me messages and like they were inspired by it, which I never expected to inspire anyone to do that.
Yeah,
and
I get that.
And now there's this whole ladies fitness group back in Wisconsin. Now, I did not create a ladies fitness group, but I think me posting some of those things kind of got them going. And then they've built this thing, right? So I played like 0.25%.
That's cool though.
But it's cool. Yeah. And so they have like the female equivalent of Brad. Sounds like a total badass coach. And they've got this group of women that are changing their lives and kicking ass and getting fit. Yeah. And a couple of them, whatever fitness challenge, right, Reliant is doing, if it doesn't sound like it's going to make me want to jump off my house, I will do it. And whenever I post it, they're in. They'll do it. So there's one of them right now doing the pull-up 40 a day pull-up challenge.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, she posts it on Instagram a couple times a week. It's cool. It's fun. So there can be some value in posting some of your physical activity and emotion. I am supportive of that. Just not staged crying. I feel like I might owe you some updates. I was talking to a listener the other day, and they were like, hey, whatever happened with that thing that you guys talked about 3 episodes ago? And one of them also mentioned that they were picking up an evolution in me of, they're like, what you were describing, Keith, was burnout. And then the next episode, you described how you were going to address it. And that was so cool that you did that on purpose. And I go, oh, no, that wasn't on purpose. We just showed up and started talking, and you were literally watching me figure my life out. And I thought, I know that we have a topic, but I think it might kind of tie into it, because we were talking about kind of feeling behind, right?
Yeah.
And you're always kind of chasing it. And I had been going through that, and I think you were going through that in terms of feeling overwhelmed, trying to prioritize. And so I felt like I owed you a couple quick hits on updates of things that we've talked about in past episodes, if you're down for it.
I'm down. Let's go.
Number 1, I went to the party and I talked to people. Remember that? Yeah. We had set the challenge of I was going to talk to proactively speak with 5 people. Yeah. And I was not going to have single word responses. So here's the update on that. That episode was maybe 3 episodes ago, maybe 4. And I was like, I'm going to a party this weekend. I was 2 weeks off. So fail number 1, the party was not that weekend. It was 2 weeks later. I did not know when we were going, apparently. Good news. I've grown in life because I knew there was a party. Next step, remembering when things are. So we went to that last weekend, and I know I'd sent you some texts. I did it. I talked to everyone who was there, so probably 8 or 9 people, and I engaged. It was
an individual conversation, or was it
individual like one-on-one conversations? I talked to some guy, can't remember his name, But I did talk to one guy for quite a while, and he wanted to know about the podcast.
Oh, very cool.
And so we talked about the podcast a little bit, and I felt it happen. So I got like 3 responses out to him, full length sentences too. A big boy
Oh.
over here. And then I sat back on the couch and started staring at the TV mindlessly, not even knowing what we were watching, and stopped talking. And that happened for about 2 minutes, and I went, "Fuck, dude, I'm doing the thing." If William was here, I had like a little William on my shoulder, and I go, "Son of a
Get
bitch."
up.
So I looked over at him, and I couldn't remember his name, so I didn't go, "Hey, so and so." I just said, "So, do you do you like watching UFC?" Because that's what was on there. And he's like, "No, not really." I go, "Yeah, me neither." And then like I it went on from there, but I tried,
Yeah,
and
hey, it's
and I
progress.
what
Your
I just
awareness.
yeah. So I did it. Second, we had a couple episodes where I talked about, man, I feel like I've reached my limit with what I can take on. Um, Overwhelmed. Am I making progress? I've made progress on that. I can't really say that I have taken anything off of my plate. That I would be lying if I said that. But at the end of that episode, I also said, I don't know if I have too much on my plate. But I did move my day around. I moved some stuff to different parts of the day, and to where I'm more impactful. What can I get done maybe whenever I'm tired,
Mm.
and still do it well, right? But like it just takes less of me to get it done. That's helped. And I've stopped caring about a few things. Not caring, but my level of care. I go, you know what? It's okay to not be perfect on this.
Mm.
I don't have to stress about this thing being perfect standard every
Perfect.
single
Yeah.
time. That's helped. And just kind of realizing that. So I'm still always chasing it, but
Yeah.
it's gotten better. So I'm gonna and I got some new glasses. I look like I wrote a book. I'm feeling good.
Yeah. I think you look great. I like the look. Um, awesome to hear about the multiple conversations. That's the awareness is cool. I think I and in the same we kind of talked about where I feel maybe I have too many surface level conversations to try to talk to everybody, and so I think I need to be more attentive to the conversation that I'm having.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's kind of everything we've been talking about with not being so surface on even our conversations and kind of moving past a lot of that. But I think that's awesome that you're doing that. That's
Did
huge in my
you
opinion.
didn't you have a challenge? Wasn't there some goals that we set for you in that episode too? You got an
I think
update?
I think there was the scheduling. Was that the
Yeah.
one?
I think
Yeah.
I think it was your scheduling.
Yeah.
And
That's
maybe embracing a little bit of silence.
silence. What was the DTSC? Look at this. I'm not even
Awkward pauses.
oh
Well,
yes.
not like having awkward pauses with people on purpose, but
But allowing people to
embracing like you
speak.
don't have to fill every single second of the conversation.
Yeah. No, yes. Yeah. See, I incorporated both of those things, and I guess it's just something I'm doing now. It's interesting because my season, like last week, the way I'm feeling last week was, oh man, not like doesn't feel like anything could knock me off my kilter. Which I mean, I've had a couple things this week that feel like that, but at the same time, I was saying to my wife last night, I'm like, man, I don't know, like we're dealing with some work situations where in the past I would definitely be like slight panic and I'd probably be reacting a lot different. And I'm just not. And I think that's from a lot of things. I think it's a lot of this, to be honest. Like, okay, well,
Mhm.
how do I process through this rather than just panic through this? And we had a situation where, scheduling wise, I booked off my Monday to do specific stuff for a different part of our business. Well, that didn't occur because then I booked the whole day for that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go away from this. This is if I do that, I'm gonna keep pushing it off. And well, lo and behold, I had like 4 other emergencies, literal fires that I had to address that had to take seat first. And I was slightly bothered by it. And I still pushed through. We got done with the day, but then yesterday I'm sitting there and there were some other situations coming up again. Not the same scenario, but different area. And it was like the same kind of thing. And I'm sitting there with my wife, and the way we communicate now is I stood up from my computer and I started kind of doing, I pace a lot, like when I'm thinking, and I
Mm-hmm.
talk and I move and I just do.
I
And
I walk the entire basement whenever I'm on a phone call.
oh man, I just walk, walk, walk. And she just will sit there and listen. But I was much calmer than I have been. And
Yeah.
that's not easy. Like I definitely want to let my frustrations just pour out, like, why aren't you doing this? Or why is this happening? And why aren't you listening? But really it was more, well, what do I need to do differently? Like why is it maybe that they're responding this way? Or why do I have team members doing this? Like, what am I not doing? Where am I dropping the
Mm-hmm.
ball? So in regards to schedule, I think that my processing of my schedule has drastically changed. Um, I've gotten better at the 4 o'clock stop or 5 o'clock some days, depending on what I have going on throughout the day. But it's not mass. Like you could look at it and not feel anxious, which is a huge win.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Still organized, pretty
Still getting
much.
everything done that you need to?
No, I'm not. Um, I mean, yes, for the like need to get done, but not getting done. Like I'm not like kind of like you just said. Like I don't feel like I have to get everything done right away, and it's been hard for me to do that
So
because
you're getting everything that you need to get done. You're just not
correct,
getting everything
yes,
done that you want to get done.
yeah. And before I would just sit and just keep doing it,
Yeah.
or I would grab my computer and go sit on the table or at the table, so I'm in the room with everybody, but I'm still working.
I think it's going to come in waves. I did that last night. Um I started working, right, on
Mhm.
various things. Well, I got up and I worked out, but I got up at like 4, did my whole routine, and I did not stop doing some actual work until 9 last
Mm.
night. So like it was one of those days, but in a good way. So
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have them. Like I go back to, you we implement these routines and standards so that we have that center to return to, because we're gonna have 4 a.m. to 9 p.m. days.
Yeah.
It's just gonna happen.
Yeah,
I'm
and
proud of you. Yeah.
yeah, and I will say, like, I think, and I kind of mentioned this to you offline at one point, but with my kids, it's been a lot different because of that. I think we'd only have freaking 5, 6 hours a day with them, and a lot of that's spent like, you need to do this, you need to do that, finish your homework, clean your room, and it's like, man, I don't know. I saw a post last night of the aesthetic of a bedroom in 1996 versus 2026, and it was like, man, we are operating like it's got to be clean, it's got to be perfect, got to be aesthetic. And yet when I lived, I had a Star Wars bedding sheet and like just crap all over the wall and Legos on the ground, and it's like, man, I go into my kids room and I'm a little critical of these 8, 6, and 4 year olds. Like, you got to be clean, and I'm like, I need to chill,
Yeah.
but
I think I've worked with a couple managers in the past. And look, I love hard work.
mm-hmm.
They would just be hypercritical of every single thing, and it would piss everyone off, and no one wanted, like, no one, it was just rough. Like, it was too far. I think you
Yeah.
can go too far. And I said, if you just like, if you could take it from your 100% is like 140% from everybody else. And if
Yeah.
you could just take it down to like 90% you, that's still 110 from everybody else. And you're still going to be intense. You're still going to get shit done. But I think it would bring you closer to
Yeah.
that point of diminishing returns, because I think you're past that point,
Man, that sounds like me at
Yeah.
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
Like yesterday when I was doing, I was really wanting to work on negative part of our pull up challenge. We're talking about the challenge,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to build more strength so that I can do pull ups. And I'm like, well, I'm going to work on just negatives. So I did 40 negatives,
Yeah.
and it took forever. But like, I was like in the middle of the day. I hadn't done them yet, and I was sitting kind of like going through some work stuff, and I needed a break, and I said I need to step away. I need to go do something that makes me like burn something. And I went and I came out to the gym and I just started doing it. And I don't know, there's something therapeutic, I guess, about that. And for me,
Hmm.
but it was solid. Like it's quiet. Like right now, there's nobody in here,
Yeah.
and I don't know, it's a space where I've broken down a lot. Never made any crying videos, but definitely there's probably there's probably been tears in here. I can guarantee that. But
Dude, hey, I'm all for crying.
yeah, say I gotta use the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. William has gone to the bathroom. So it is just me now, folks. We will return in just a moment.
And my kids were up, but boy, that was close.
Good. Okay, so we're kind of talking about chasing it today and feeling behind.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feeling that way on any of this? We've kind of talked about how we've improved on some of that, but you got anything right now that you're like, I ain't got it yet. I'm feeling behind.
I mean, yeah, I think I was just thinking about that when I stepped away there for a minute. Um, I think I feel that a little bit every day. I think I
Yeah.
feel that where like I was saying to my wife about like during that cast I was having yesterday, where just a little bit of everything, whether in our businesses where I'm like, man, I start looking at bank accounts and paying for bills, and I feel like that's every day, but I don't always. It's becomes what feels kind of normal, but the the weight of that sometimes where I'm like, oh boy. But like yesterday, the processing of it was different than it has been. It's still definitely like I was pacing and I'm like just rattling. And when I do that, like my wife just has to like listen. And I'm the kind of guy where I'm like, I don't want you to fix it for me. I'm the fix it guy. Like I want you to listen to frankly my emotions and where I'm at, so I can just spew it out. And if
Yeah.
there's anything I want, I flat out told her this yesterday, and I don't know that I've ever really done that, but I said what I want from you in this situation, because she immediately was like, well, because we needed to replenish some accounts. And a lot of what she'll do is she'll write the checks and then I'll go deposit or whatever, and whatever the scenario was for the day. And she's like, well, I can go do that right away. And I'm like, I didn't want that right now. What I wanted right now was for you just to listen. And then, you know what, in this situation, just ask me if I need anything. Like, ask me what I need. Because right now I'm just processing. And that's really like, I feel behind of the fact where things we could be doing better. We talk about doing a budget. We talk about doing a budget per location. We're talking about like different things with our employees that we could be
Hmm.
doing better. And so we'll do them little by little, but I
Yeah.
never fully 100% implement something because I'm on to the next.
I just want to touch on something that you brought up about communicating to your wife and how you're just wanting to talk through it, and then she's going to go fix it. And it made me think of, I have found three people in this world, three types of people, and in how you can use them. So I'm a sounding board guy, and it sounds like you're a sounding board guy. We have something in our mind, and we don't necessarily want someone to fix it. We don't like. We just want. I need to get the thoughts in my head out, because I know
Yeah.
the answer is in there somewhere, and I need to throw it all out there and just have a sounding board. I used to try to use this guy named Larry as a sounding board because I'm a sounding board guy. And I thought, oh, everyone, this is how people think. And what I figured out is that that's not Larry. Larry is, he's an analyzer. So I would go to him and I would try to use him as a sounding board, but that's not how his brain works. He would instantly start analyzing everything that I would say. And so I would use a particular word. He would hear that word and be like, why did you say the word want
Mm.
instead of need? And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, I just want to get all of this out of my head. He's like, well, no, 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 no. But why did you want to do that? And then there's this other person in my life that whenever I tried to treat them like a sounding board, they wanted to fix it, like what your wife's talking about. Like, let me go
Yeah.
fix this for you. And as soon as that clicked for me of like, oh, if I want to be analyzed, I can go to Larry. If I want someone to fix my problem for me, I can go to this person. And I can go to my buddy Azar if I just want a sounding board conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that makes
Just
sense.
thought of that in the moment. Not everyone processes that shit the same.
Well, and I think I've talked about the Clifton strengths and whatnot, and it's like my wife and I are drastically different in that regard. And she is like, I am someone who is, I'm gonna go fix it. Like I kind of pride myself in being able to solve issues, and there's no doubt. Like, I mean, look at I just lost 185 pounds. Like, I
Yeah.
figured out a way to fix that. It took me forever to decide to do that, but finding people to surround myself with, getting a coach, getting a team, getting all of that. Like, it's like boom, fix, 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 fix. And now I'm trying to do the same. My
Yeah.
wife, on the other hand, she likes to please and help and facilitate and bring peace. And so in her eyes, fixing it in that situation, she hears all these things that are stressing me, and she immediately clings to the thing that, like, hey, I could fix that right now because I want to take off the load of stress, which I
Yeah.
appreciate heavily. There is no question. But in that moment where I'm like, man, I'm feeling behind. Like, I'm feeling like, what do we screw up? Like, what am I missing here? Like, what am I doing wrong in my day? And it feels like I'm just loaded with, and we talk about my schedule. Am I fixing it? And I think I am. And I feel like I'm processing things differently, and I'm going through what my day used to look like versus what it is now. And in a short period of time, it has improved. I think that's added to my peace, like I've
Yeah.
said. But there's definitely things that
I,
pop up here and there.
I think we're always going to be chasing it, man. Like think
Yeah.
about like what would it take to not be chasing it or to not feel behind? In my mind, I go, it would be saying that I've achieved everything that I want to achieve
Yeah.
and I'm good. I don't need to keep going. Like I'm content. That sounds terrifying.
And I don't feel like I don't feel like I ever will be. Not just in business, but in
Well,
my relationships, even like
yeah.
with my wife.
And
Like
I say that and maybe we talk about buckets. Maybe there's the like I want to grow and be achieving bigger things bucket of like I'm chasing that, and then there's a I feel like I'm chasing the small details of my life that just
mm,
I don't know. I don't want to diminish the importance by being like I can never get my laundry done on time or get my or remember to pay the bill. But maybe I think
yeah,
there's different areas. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Does that make
Well,
sense?
and you bring up the laundry thing, and like for me, it it's again one of those things, like a task thing. Like, I can't stand mismatched socks. It drives me wild. And
Hmm.
I don't know why, but it's like, why, if you just put the laundry in, like, it should all come back the same way it was. And why do we lose them in the laundry? And I get so caught up in the most mundane things of, well, why is the laundry still sitting there? And then I got to do my own laundry. And that's like, it's not my, there's just all those things that
Do you not do your own laundry?
I do my own laundry. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I do my own laundry.
Because you just said it's the mundane things, and then I have to do my own laundry.
Well, because my wife for a long
Which way
time
to
was doing,
insinuate that someone else does your laundry?
my wife will occasionally do like stuff,
My
and move
my wife
laundry around.
offers. She's
Yeah.
like, "Let's just mix all of our stuff together." And I said, "Absolutely not. I will do my own laundry. I don't I don't want my clothes to be intermingled with yours in the washer."
I just like my stuff to get done. Sometimes my wife gets busy and just it's not a
Yeah.
priority sometimes, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
okay. But for me, when I'm doing those, like, any task, I
Yeah.
get so fixated on things, and there's got to
Yeah.
be a way to do it.
So, if you think about laundry, or if we take that one step further, like I just need to get shit done in the day. Okay. So that's bucket one. Bucket two is I want to go start this coaching business. I want, like
Yeah.
these bigger life things that, you would be chasing both. One feels like you're chasing a goal. One feels like you're chasing your tail.
Yep.
The laundry, I feel like I'm chasing my tail to get the mundane everyday shit done. Does your stress, is it different between those two for you? Or are they both equally stressful? What's the difference between those two?
They're definitely not equal. I think that when I like the laundry thing is more or less it's infecting my space. And so I think if my space is out of or like if it's disoriented in my space, much like putting stuff away in the fridge or in the pantry, like put stuff back where you got it from. And then if it's not there, I can't find it. And like those little things that will affect my efficiencies, that bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
And yet at the same time, everybody else, maybe it doesn't matter to them, but to me
Yeah.
it does. But you look at like the coaching or even our other businesses, like all of that, I feel like that stress is not just affecting me. That's affecting, like in the case of my coaching, the clients I have. Like if I don't have something done that I said I would do, making sure they have different programs, making sure I follow up on their messages. Like there's added weight to that because it's not me that I'm directly affecting. Yes, I am, but like I'm trying to help improve them, and I want to facilitate that, with frankly peace and understanding of like their program and maybe where they're struggling and how we can fix that. And so I start kind of probably taking a lot of that on
Yeah.
without trying to. I think overall stress load, laundry, work, I think they're very different. I think I allow like the laundry to take way too much stress from me,
Yeah. Hey, do you
because it's
feel like
a
you're
lot.
chasing? Are you chasing something at work? And the reason that I ask this is because you're either more open lately about some of the accountability that you're now enforcing in your business. So either you're more open to it or that's new. Which one is it?
I'd say it's new. I think
It's
I'm new.
new.
I think
Why?
I'm new.
Like are you chasing something? Like obviously, like you're changing some things at work. What's driving that?
Um, I think my day to day. I think I want my schedule to be. I have people in place that I trust. I have people in place that I think can handle more than what they've been handling, and I'm trying to help them grow so that they can do what they need to do, and I can start to focus on the coaching, and I can start to focus on the growth of the people in that business and my lifestyle and fitness coaching. Like I
You're
have
wanting
goals.
to you're chasing a little bit more free time, a little or not free time, but
I am.
lowering the amount of time that you have to spend in it.
I have people that I think should take over 50 to
Yeah.
80% of my workload that I'm handling right now in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That comes with the position that I'm in, but they're all very capable humans. I mean, they
Dude,
are.
I think that's so awesome that
Yeah.
you've gone, I want to lower this, not to be not engaged,
Yeah.
but probably get the same or better result without you being as in the weeds. You're chasing that.
I micromanage
You're
way too much.
yeah, like you're backing off, man. You're making changes. I think that's
Yeah.
awesome. I think like I hear that and I go, that's a good. I feel behind. I feel like I'm chasing this, but like that's like you're growing chasing
Yeah.
it.
Man, I appreciate that. It feels like some days I'm way behind, and I feel like I some days wake up and I'm like, shoot, man, I got so much stuff to do today, but really I I I I don't. It's normal. It's a normal load, but I think I'm putting that on myself because I have like you lately I've been, a lot of your stuff you've been talking about goals, like setting a goal this week.
Yeah.
And I have big goals. Like I have I back in January set goals for this year, and I've not done that in a long time where like these are my goals. My wife and I actually developed goals for our family and what we want that intertwine with all of it. And yeah, we have a lot of goals to be able to have more quality time together. And if I want
Mhm.
that for myself, I want my teams to, like everybody to feel that way at the same time. And I can't control that, but if I can create an environment in the business that gives them that freedom, then it's up to them for what they do with it. I can't do that, but
Yeah.
if I can put them in a position of success, yeah,
I wouldn't
it's
I wouldn't necessarily say this about your goals. Well, I'm not saying this at all about your goals because I don't know what your goals are. But from my experience, I would say, obviously I work with a lot of people on goal setting and I've set a lot of
mhm.
goals. And I think about whenever we feel like we're chasing our tail, that we're like, I have these goals, but I'm not making progress. The common thing that I've seen in my own life and in other people is that the goal is not, I wouldn't call it a goal. I would call it like a dream that we have.
Yeah,
Let's use
I
a
could see it.
really, really basic example. I want better sleep. That's a super basic example.
Hmm.
I guess you could call that a goal, but I don't think of that as a goal because I don't know if I've achieved it. What's better? What's you want like you're tracking it on your Garmin and you want your sleep score to be better? Do you want more hours?
My
Are
Garmin
you not
hates me.
waking up early enough? I quit paying attention to my sleep score on my Garmin. I'm like, okay, that is not a goal for me. And but you know what I'm saying? Like, let's
Yeah,
actually put some teeth to this. And I have found that whenever your goal is not this big, vague bubble of, I want to be better,
yeah,
and it's, I want to be better at, and this is what does the finish line actually look like? So I know that I've made it. You know, I want to run a half marathon in under one and a
two
half
hours
hours. Is
for
that
me.
even real?
For
I
me,
don't
it's
know. Maybe
2 hours
time
right
zone
now.
for 2 hours, right? I go, that sounds like a really good goal. And then you could go, okay, now I know I need to come up with some steps to achieve that. Like for me, I go, okay, whenever I did that, it felt like I was chasing a goal, not chasing my tail.
Yeah, I get that. And I mean, I think that without getting too into details about my business goals, which we should connect on, I'd be curious. I'd love to share that with you. Um, I think that that's what we're like. It's interesting that from everything that you mentioned, the evolution of Keith, the evolution of William. It's cool that you're hearing that week to week and kind of what I'm
It's
talking about.
noticeable.
We're making progress, and for the goals that I do have for our businesses, for our family. If you're noticing that, in the few times we talk every week,
Yeah.
it it's an interesting thing because yesterday I was feeling weight for not feeling like I'm making progress, and there was I we had to, like I said, we had to facilitate accounts, and I hadn't pulled our bank account. I'm really usually pretty diligent about my accounting. Something my dad always said was do accounting early and often. Um,
Yeah.
and I hadn't done that for a while because everything else took reins, and so I went through it, and I'm like panicking a little bit, thinking about having to facilitate or to replenish an account, and so I started going through our bank accounts, and we in a time when we're usually not moving in the other direction, like a positive direction, because it's slower months. Um, we moved in the positive direction. I think a lot of that
Good.
has to do with our labor changes, some of our focus with my wife and I, some of our
Yeah.
team really having accountability in that. And it was like a reminder because I hadn't looked in a while to see that. And I'm like, huh. And I got done with that and I took a break. And I said to my wife, I said, because I was basically openly praying. And I said, I go, well, here's God telling me to calm down. It's okay. And we got done and I walked out of there. I'm like, I feel much better about this. And I was kind of in a panic. And now you're saying this today. And it's just like,
Yeah, you can see it.
it's,
You can like the way what you're talking about week to week is
yeah,
it's
man.
clear that you're making changes. In my assumption, my belief is that, we start doing that stuff whenever we're chasing something. We're chasing a goal or chasing change. Like, something driving that.
Man, I just want to be the best me.
Hmm.
I want to be able to lift heavy weight. I want to be able to run really far. I want to be able to spend time with my family and I want to be able to help people.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of, yeah, I want to be the best me. I don't want to be like my dad. My dad was pretty awesome. And, um, you know, I like the idea of just being a good person.
Hmm.
I think about when he. This is deep now. I think about when he passed away. Everybody would say to me, "Oh man, he's too soon." All that. It's time is time. It's when it happened. It needed to happen. All of that. Nothing happens by chance. And I think about how all the good things, like man, what a mark was left. And I was something I was thinking about the other day is like, well, you know what? Like right now, there's a drastic like to some people, they've only met me in the season of me, right now, and they didn't meet me in the dark times. And I bring up the dark times, and people don't know that, and that's cool and all. But I'm aware of all of that, and I think I'm in a mindset right now of where I want to help as many people as I can, and
Yeah.
that also includes myself and my wife and my kids, and I sometimes lose sight of that. And lately, that has been my focus: is what can I do everywhere else to help here in my four
Yeah.
walls in my home, because this is
Yeah.
where I spend the most of my time.
If you can't lead at home, you can't lead anywhere else very well, huh?
Yeah,
So
and that's where,
cleaning up your
yeah.
own shit is a really good
Yeah,
place
I
to
was just
start.
gonna say that. I was gonna say I'm just cleaning up my own crap, and it's overflowing into everything I do every day. Where it's
That's the
like,
way it works, man.
oh man, the conversations that are really hard with my wife and my kids, where I have to like apologize because I reacted to my kids, and it's like the amount of times that I learn something from the way I respond to my children, where I'm like, shoot, I see that with my adult employees, where I'm like, I need to change how I act. I just had a situation yesterday with right before all that chaos with a team member that was picking up some supplies, and I responded very negatively, and I stopped myself and I got up because I wasn't making eye contact. I was very frustrated, and I was at a breaking point, and I was very short with them, and I turned and I as I was she was about to leave, I just got up and I'm like, that was very unprofessional of me. I did not handle that well. I should have made eye contact with you and had a more professional conversation, because that's what I would expect you to do with others. So I can't lead like that if I'm not going to, follow up like that. So I said, I'm sorry for all of my reaction and my outburst, like taking ownership. And I'm thinking about
Mhm.
everything we've talked about, and it's, before I would have just let it go and said, all right, see ya, take care of that. But instead, it was like talking to my dang kids, where I don't want them to be the example of me if I'm going to act like that. I want to be the example, then I got to live the example. And so I had to take accountability for my blow up, and that wasn't going to solve anything.
Mhm.
That was hard.
You get any takeaways from talking about chasing it as two sounding board guys talking to each other?
Sometimes when you feel like you're not making any progress, you're really actually having so many compounding efforts that you might
Mhm.
lose sight of it, but
Yeah.
somebody else is seeing it somewhere.
I think similar. I've got kind of two things that as we've talked and gotten it out there that I kind of go, okay, I don't have answers, but I go, okay, I have a little, I think, clearer perspective, especially having kind of worked through it the last month or two. And as always, it comes back to buckets for me, buckets, and then in what progress looks like, similar to what you said. And I think in terms of bucket, I don't, is the stress that I'm feeling, sorry, not stress, is the chasing it feeling, and I guess that's stress. Is it because I'm trying to be better and I'm building a business, or I want to push myself harder in the gym, or I want to be into this new group of people, whatever it is, right? But it's a positive thing. I'm like, well, this is a positive thing, and it's making me uncomfortable. I go, I'm all about that stress. Give that to me. And then the other bucket for me is I'm chasing my tail. So I'm either chasing growth or I'm chasing my tail. And whenever I'm chasing my tail, to me, that's I can't get shit done in my day. I'm super distracted. I'm just not efficient at the foundation, and the stress and feeling like I'm chasing it or I'm behind there. I hate that. I don't think of that as healthy stress. I'm like, I need to slow down. Maybe I need to stop. I need to clean up my own shit. Maybe I don't focus on that other bucket of trying to grow these other parts of my life if I can't even get the foundation of it in
Mm,
order. And I need to clean up the chasing my tail before I start chasing growth. That's in my mind, that's what I've worked through today talking to you. And then the last part is, what the hell does progress look like? Because you said it earlier of, I'm not growing fast enough. This isn't happening fast enough. And I think that you can be well intentioned with focusing on this growth bucket that I've talked about and having completely unrealistic expectations, because that's what you see online. That's what you see out in the world of like, I'm going to make $1 million a month in 60
mm.
days. And it's like, no, that's not true. That's not going to happen. Right. And so you're actually making really steady, consistent progress. It's just smaller than what you think it's going to be. And that doesn't mean that
Yeah.
it's bad.
Yep. I agree. That's very well said. And it's, yeah. I can definitely see myself getting caught up in the well, I think we all do with instant gratification. Like, I want it now. I want it now. And you pause a little bit and you realize how much you've actually progressed for real and see where you're at. It's like, man, I can't believe I'm doing what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And we made it through yesterday. We're gonna make it through today. Buildings haven't burnt down.
Uh
It's
huh.
it's all
You know,
right.
I'm going to leave this conversation go. I'm okay with feeling like I'm chasing it, that I'm behind.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not behind, but you know what I'm saying, that sense. Right, I'm gonna feel okay chasing it whenever it comes to the growth stuff, and whenever I feel like I'm chasing my tail, yeah, I need to slow down and give that more attention and eliminate that and lean into the good stress.
Yeah, and I think it's okay to be uncomfortable. I like the idea of being
Good
uncomfortable.
to
If
be
I'm
uncomfortable. Yeah,
comfortable, yeah, if I'm comfortable, then you you get excess. You get excess of something somewhere,
yeah,
and I like being uncomfortable now. But to a point, you can also be too uncomfortable and probably take on too much, and that's where you
yeah.
need to slow down.
I like that. All right, folks. I think that's a wrap for today. And hey, if you're chasing it, maybe think about some buckets. And also have some realistic expectations about what progress really looks like. I love beating myself up. I think William does too, but let's be realistic about the progress that we actually are making, not just focus on the negative, but see the positive in there. All right, have a great week. Go out there, kick ass. We'll talk to you next time.